A question that I've been getting asked lately when it comes to bagging is what do I do on Coconut Mall? Coconut Mall is one of my most comfortable tracks when it comes to actually playing to get 10. It's the one I'm definitely most known for my, my situations in the lounge, to say the least, my bands. But a lot of people don't actually know how to do Coconut Mall properly. It's either inexperience, it's, not actually playing a lot of glitches. But I thought I would just run down what happens when you do actually make Coconut Mall glitch and show you how it's done. So obviously you gotta get out of bounds. I have been less consistent at this lately, even though I'm 95% sure I came up with the strat. If you have any footage before Season 2 of GSC, do let me know. But when you get out of bounds, you gotta turn around and you gotta head south, obviously. You're going backwards. Now, make sure to not get hit by the white wall of doom here, because it's not very ideal to get stuck. You'll get stuck on the wrong side of the wall, basically. So make sure to go around that, and then head straight to the green patch. This is where the checkpoints are. Checkpoints are always in this green patch. You've probably seen it in the Coconut Mall Glitch World Record, they'll clip into it. Now, you want to stay here for a while. You gotta stay here so that you cross the line backwards. A lot of people make the mistake of not crossing the line backwards. You gotta hit your checkpoints, because if not, you just gotta give them 10. If you don't hit your checkpoints, you're not gonna be in 10. So cross backwards, go through the car. The first car, minimum, as long as you touch it, should be fine, because they'll load the next checkpoint behind it. But do go through the car safely. Now, I do something a little bit risky here, and I don't normally do this in Wars. I go out here, and I'll clip back into the wall. I don't recommend it for beginners that aren't that experienced with Coconut Mall, just because traps a bit all over the shop. You don't really know what you're clipping into. But you should clip early before the yellow rail and go pretty deep in. The reason why is because you want to make sure your checkpoint gets updated to not a key checkpoint necessarily, but one of the blue respawn checkpoints, like in the map. And this is basically what updates your position to being in 10 to begin with, and you got to do it before 30 seconds. And if you do it when you're going on the rail, or the arch, rather, you won't be updated in 10 until you're a bit higher, because the checkpoint's a bit deeper in on this side. Now definitely go up the arch, do not choke it like I am right here, and then find your setup for this. There is a million ways to do this setup, but I've got a way that's pretty consistent. I do it with a wheelie and by holding inputs in the air, sort of TFing in the air, holding right and then holding left. Because your wheelie input is going to cancel if you go too far up the slope. And I have a general alignment. I'm not aligning all the way up, because I know my wheelie's going to send me up the slope anyway. So I'm aligning about halfway up the slope. This will, I'll hit the end, my wheelie will cancel because of it being up, like my wheel will still be touching the ground in a way. And it'll give me airtime, and that's all I'm going for here. And then start with a trick. You made it back. What now? This is something that sort of depends on the situation. Not every situation on Coconut Mall do you ever need shock, because we all know Coconut Mall is the first set track. Whatever you get first set lap 1 normally decides the race. I'll be honest, it's boring. That's why I wish the shortcuts were added, but I don't know. They won't unban them, not on me. Uh, Honestly, if you need shock, I would say go for it. It is risky. You are always a higher chance of getting billed, but that's just bagging, right? That's always gonna happen. Do keep your ears out for the items your team calls. Do look on the minimap for what the opponent might be doing. It's definitely the best shout. Let him touch before you touch as well. Sometimes a good shout. But I'm going to show you what I do if I am, in a situation where I don't necessarily need it. I want to get in 10, but if the situation does arise where either we've made mistakes or they've just pulled a billion power items on us where they're just hitting us, I'll show you what I do just in case. I have been learning this. This is a bit advanced. There's another entry here to get out of bounds. It's really neat. And from here, I like to chain at first set. I feel like first set is the easiest place to chain because you've got the cars nearby. You're not wasting time respawning where you're inactive. You can use the cars to drop stars even. And it only takes about a minute to get back here. So you can have stars going into lap 3 where they could have shock. And chain at this set. And you kind of have to go around some bullshit to get here. Because you got to go under these stairs. You probably recognize where we are now. We're at Garden. and then you got to go around the wall, because if not you get trapped, and there's out of bounds lane right there. But from here you can drive backwards. Now if you fall off, you'll be respawned in garden, which is fine, because like it'll put you forward, and the only time you're probably respawning is when you're going forward anyway. But yeah, I tend to chain here, get comfortable. You don't keep 10 if they make the glitch, because obviously you're not going to hit every key checkpoint, but that doesn't matter. You're not really going for it. It's like just escaping with Shock on Trueway, for example. Like, you're not necessarily going for the key checkpoint. You don't have to touch them all. Some people get confused about the rules. If you're a bagger, you don't have to touch every key checkpoint, but the ones you don't touch, it's up to you. But yeah, that's basically everything I know about Coconut Mall. Good track.